Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. And thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So today we'll be talking something very important, and it's about this video everybody is frowning at. And it's about Emmanuel Echo, who actually connived. I don't know how him and these white people that always talk about Israel, and they bring people to their show to talk about what is going on in Israel, trying to let us know that Jews are good people, and also trying to, because they already know that black people refuse to support them, so they always look for a way to bring somebody, that a black person or any other person, that will make it look like it is all black. The person is representing the black community. And the book that they are writing is Uncomfortable Conversation with a Jew. And they went further to say, are Jewish people black? Do they control Hollywood? Yes, you all control Hollywood, not just only Hollywood, and the political aspect of it. Because if not, why would you all be going around looking for people to support you when you all know that what you are doing is very, very wrong? And I learned that this Emmanuel Echo has been a grifter way back. It did not start today. And a lot of people do not find it funny. And coming on History Month is something that is very questionable. And that tells you the kind of person he is. Let's get into this video.
The Jewish race, is that a thing? Are Jewish people white? But Jewish people control Hollywood, right? Am I even allowed to say Jew?
Hi everyone, I'm Noah Tishby and I am a Jew.
And I'm Emmanuel Acho, and I have uncomfortable conversations.
Emmanuel and I are writing a book together. It's called Uncomfortable Conversations with a Jew.
A Jewish person.
No, a Jew.
A Jew.
Yep, a Jew. Because it's very uncomfortable to even say a Jew.
Uncomfortable Conversations with a Jew.
Pre-order now. Let's get uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable Conversations with a Jew.
Pre-order now. Let's get uncomfortable.
So that video was one of the first things I saw on my timeline this morning. And before having my coffee, before getting myself together, I had to say something about it because I was so irate, right? Because the truth is, I despise Emmanuel Acho, the black guy in that video. I despise him. I mean, truly, if there was a definition of despised, for me, his face would be right next to it. He is an anti-black grifter, and that book, Uncomfortable Conversations with a Jew, is a prime example of it. So, for those of you who are not familiar with Emmanuel Acho, during the summer of 2020, when we were all out protesting, to end police violence, to end carceral violence, so on and so forth, Emmanuel Acho was making social media videos, hanging out with the police and hanging out with certain problematic groups and having these uncomfortable conversations with him as a black man, where white people can ask him anything like, "Oh, do you really hate the police?" And he'd be like, "No, we don't hate the police. We want the police to love us back," and stuff like that. White people ate it up. White people absolutely loved it. So then he came out with a book, also Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man, and that book came out at the same time as my book, The Black Friend of Being a Better White Person. So both our books are out. They both become New York Times bestsellers, and they stay on the list for weeks and weeks and weeks. What ultimately happened, though, because Emmanuel Acho's book was all about making white people feel better about being white, right? It didn't move the needle or anything. It didn't have any real conversations. It was actually deeply problematic because Emmanuel Acho doesn't have a background in the history of race or white supremacy or constructs of white supremacy at all. So his book was meant to make white people feel good about themselves, like everything's okay. And my book was meant to actually do something, right? Actually point out the issues with our interpersonal and systemic ways of living. And so, because white people loved Emmanuel Acho's book, not just white, I would say just bookstores and things like that stopped carrying my book in favor of carrying his, because they're like, well, we really love his book, but Emmanuel makes people feel good, right? Because this is what he does. Emmanuel's not trying to change anything. Emmanuel's a Zionist. Emmanuel is a white supremacist. Emmanuel is anti-black. Emmanuel is a capitalist. Emmanuel is a horrible person who like has no right to be in these spaces again. Like, so now he has used his powers to now get white people to think that a black man and the black community is in support of Israel through another fuck shit book. It's a joke. It's really a joke. But, you know, if you want to actually read something, go read a Palestinian author. And if you want to read about race, here's a young adult book on race. God, fucking Emmanuel Acho.
Y'all know, if I am nothing, if there is no one else in the room that raises their hand and says, they are Emmanuel Acho hater, you know damn well I'm raising my hand. See, this is y'all's man. This is the man that y'all propped up and let have uncomfortable conversations with a black man so he could address racism in America. And he gonna announce this shit in Black History Month. This has to be. This gotta be. This is y'all's man. This is him. This is who y'all picked. This is who y'all propped up. This is who y'all said knew what the fuck he was talking about. This is who sat down with police officers. And this is who blamed Sha'Carri Richardson for smoking and had to be fucking shamed into doing reading about marijuana laws and the racism in America. This is the man who has pushed medical essentialism. This is the man who doesn't know anything about racism and sexism in the United States because he hasn't read any other books besides the books that he's written himself. This is the man that's the emotional butler for white people. And this is what he chooses to announce in Black History Month. You know, get him. Get him. I'm tired. I'm fucking weary.
Hi everyone, I'm Noah Tishby and I am a Jew.
And I'm Emmanuel Acho, and I have an...
Hey, no thanks. No thanks, bro. I'm all good. Do you need to call Van Lathan? I'll do it.
So this is all I got from the stitches. And I didn't know why a lot of things are happening this History Month, Black History Month, you know. When you see a sellout, you definitely will know someone is a sellout. You don't need to be told, because from all the stories everyone's talked about him and how he has been grifting way long ago to this very moment, is a clear evidence that he has been grifting for a longer time. And the fact that they are still looking for black people to, I mean, like, you know, they really want black people's support so bad. That's why they keep going around looking for, why are they not, I mean, getting real black people? Or like, you know, because all they do is they look for a way to get grifters, you know, people that do not like black community, people that are for white supremacists, right? They bring them in to talk about, why is it this month that they are releasing uncomfortable conversation about a Jew? Why? And looking at him, you're going to think he's a cool person or he is a good person, but he is a coon, you know? And all these coons that go around selling out their own community just because they want to please the pop-colored community. How far? Like, how are you people doing it? Because I don't know what they are high on. Because it's only someone that if you are not high on something, you won't be doing something like this. So I always feel like they are always high on something, because a reasonable person will not come out. I mean, black people are not supporting Israel. They've made it clear. Why? Because they do not support bad things. So going around on media or writing a book does not change anything. Whether you are the black person writing it, you are not covering up all the black people. You are just on your own. That is Emmanuel Acho, right? So stick with your name. Go with your name. Stop calling black people, because you are not a representative for black community. Black community know what they want, and that it's a period. And for all of them going around all the time looking for people that they will bring to their show. If you guys were doing something nice, if you guys are good people, you don't have to be going around looking for people to come and support your show. People will automatically come to your show and want to talk about what is going on all over the world. But you all look for people that are grifters, people that do not like us. Bring them to your show because you all want to prove a point. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.